Did you know Abraham left everything behind based only on a promise? Imagine leaving your home with no destination, guided by faith alone. In Genesis 12:9, God called Abraham to step into the unknown, saying, "Go from your country, your people, and your father's household to the land I will show you." Think about the courage it takes to leave everything familiar. Abraham's journey wasn't just physical, it was a profound leap of faith. God promised Abraham, "I will make you into a great nation and I will bless you." But there were no guarantees, only trust in God's word. Abraham's journey teaches us that stepping into the unknown can lead to unimaginable blessings. His faith turned God's promise into reality. As we explore Abraham's call and journey, consider your own life. What unknowns might God be calling you to face with faith and courage? Abraham was living in Haran when God called him. Imagine leaving everything you know, guided only by faith in a promise. It's a leap into the unknown. God promised Abraham that he would make him into a great nation. It's remarkable because Abraham and his wife Sarah had no children. Trust in God's plan is key here. In Genesis 12:4, Abraham obeyed and left at 75 years old. This act of faith shows that you're never too old to follow God's call and embark on new journeys. Abraham traveled through Canaan, setting up altars to worship God. These altars were symbols of his faith and commitment, marking the land promised to his descendants. Every step Abraham took was a step of faith. In times of uncertainty, Abraham's journey reminds us to trust in God's promises, even when the path isn't clear. Abraham's story is not just about physical travel, but a spiritual journey. It teaches us to have faith in God's timing and purpose, even when we don't see the whole picture. God's call to Abraham wasn't just a simple request, it was a monumental challenge. Imagine leaving everything behind, guided solely by faith in a divine promise. Abraham's journey began in Ur of the Chaldeans. This was his homeland, filled with familiar faces and memories. Yet God had bigger plans for him, far beyond the horizon. With his wife Sarah, his nephew Lot, and their possessions, Abraham embarked on a journey into the unknown. Their destination, a land that God would show them. They traveled through Haran and then to Canaan. Each step was an act of faith, trusting in God's promise of making Abraham a great nation. Imagine the courage this required. At Shechem, God reaffirmed his promise, saying, "To your offspring I will give this land." Abraham built an altar there, symbolizing his unwavering faith in God's word. Abraham's journey teaches us the importance of faith. When God calls us to step into the unknown, he provides assurance and guidance, just as he did for Abraham. Abraham's journey wasn't easy. He left his home, his relatives, and everything familiar. Imagine the courage it took to embark on a path with only God's promise. Traveling through Canaan, Abraham faced uncertainties and challenges. Yet his faith remained strong. He trusted that God's promise would lead him to something greater. Along the way, Abraham built altars to worship God. These altars were symbols of his unwavering faith and a reminder that he was walking under divine guidance. In Shechem, God appeared to Abraham, reaffirming the promise, "To your offspring, I will give this land." This strengthened Abraham's resolve to continue his journey. Abraham's story teaches us the importance of trust and obedience. Even when the path is unclear, holding on to faith can lead us to our destiny. As Abraham moved forward, he inspired others to trust in God. His journey became a testament to the power of faith and the fulfillment of divine promises. As Abraham took the first steps into the unknown, he relied solely on God's promise. This act of faith set the foundation for an extraordinary journey. God's call was clear, but the path wasn't. Yet Abraham's unwavering trust became a powerful example of what it means to follow God's lead. Throughout his journey, Abraham faced trials and moments of doubt. Each challenge reinforced his faith, showing us that perseverance is key. Abraham's story encourages us to embrace uncertainty with faith. When God calls, stepping into the unknown can lead to blessings beyond imagination. Are you ready to take a leap of faith like Abraham? Trust in God's promises and watch how your journey unfolds. Your path may inspire others. Remember, Abraham's journey started with a single step. Let his story remind you that faith in God's call is a powerful force, capable of transforming lives. Abraham traveled through Canaan, setting up altars to worship the Lord. His faith grew stronger, even though he still had no idea how God's promises would unfold. Despite the challenges, Abraham trusted God's guidance. His journey wasn't just physical, but spiritual, evolving from doubt to steadfast faith in God's plans. Abraham's obedience to God's call paved the way for future generations. His story reminds us that stepping into the unknown can lead to blessings beyond our imagination.